sort of all that then. I don't even know if we had a wind up. Anyway, right, so that's it. Headset done. Brake and gear cables done. Fixed the manky bottom bracket, the manky headset. Bottom bracket seems okay. Not. Actually, there is a bit of play in that. Yeah, that's a bit worrying. We might leave that and see what it is, but there's definitely, I can feel some play in that. Or is it play, or is it just going backwards and forwards? That's absolutely mothered as well. Here we go again, and when we thought the video was done, it's not. So back we go again. Let's get the bottom bracket off. I think we've seen loads of these now, haven't we? Oh, thread's gone in that one as well. So another Allen bolt that's been, and that's been way over torqued. And they've egged it all out as well. Because you know, why torque something up to the proper spec? Where's my spinny? That's my spinny. Oh, but there's plenty of red grease on it, so it does look like somebody's done a good job. Oh no. Right, I bet it's this one. It's not even turning. Oh my god, it's been spinning on the crank. Look at that. Oh, fucking hell, Barry. So the ball race on the other side is absolutely solid on, and it's whether or not it's done any damage to that, because that looks mullered, to be honest. And this is a crank, so you're probably looking at best part of 200-300 quid for one of these. Right, it depends how that bad that is, but that's I can't even spin the bearing on the other side, so before we even think about changing them over. I'm going to get mucky paw prints all over the nice clean frame. I don't want to put the chain down in the sawdust. Don't want to put my mucky hands all over the frame. I've got my mucky hands all over the frame. That won't even turn. That's just the plastic insert spinning. Oh, it's just the gift that keeps on giving. Right, let's see if we can get that out. I think my best bet would be just to try and pull the bottom bracket out in one go now. before we start faffing about with it. So get the goodies kit out. And I don't know if I can get that through from the... Oh, we can get that through from the other side. No, we can't. There's the other one. I think it's this one for this one. Nope, it's not that one. Let's try the other one. So we're just going to flip that round, shove that in. Right, so we can either welly it out from the other side or extractor it. So let's try and be kind and extractor it. And can't remember if that has a thread on the other side. Nope. That's got to sit over the top of that because we want to try not to pull that out. Well, that'd be better. I think it's that one that's the better one because I don't want to pull the other one out. So we're missing one, that's the one we want. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to pull the bearing out. So what I want to do is pull that inner bearing but leave the plastic cup in place if we can. It's not at the end of the world if the plastic cup comes out, I'd just rather we didn't. So we need the spinny lazy Susan-y thing. This is the one thing about this kit that annoys me. I think I said it on the last video. It's taking the whole thing out and putting it all together just to do a 2-second job, and then I have to strip it all down again and put it all back in. So there's a lazy Susan flat ball race kind of thing going on here. That goes over the top of there, and this is going to press now through from this side and press the bearing into that cup, hopefully. He says. I told you how much I hate doing bottom brackets. That's not how much I do like doing, to be honest. It's just carbon frames. It's just, especially with this one because it's so mullered. Well, there's something come out. Not entirely sure what, but something has come out. Not entirely sure what I've shoved out there. I think that's the dust cap I've dislodged. Sorry, ran out of memory. The memory card I've put in as well, I'm not convinced I've ripped it off. So that was the dust cap that came out. I've got the thing on the lip of the dust cap instead of the lip of the bearing. So I think the bearing is coming out now. So in theory, in here, there should be a mullered bearing. Hopefully we've got one of these in stock. So it's just a quick stick on. Fucking hell. Could stay to that. That's absolutely mullered. Don't even think I've seen one of that. That is solid. That's just been spinning on the crank. Not seen one of them either. It's got some kind of weird seal on I've not seen before, and it could have even been installed the wrong way around. Now the one on the other side feels fine. It's nearly always this one that goes. Have a look at the state of these cups, because these cups look like they might not be in good shape either. It doesn't feel great. What we'll do is we'll press a bearing in and see how it feels. But that cup itself doesn't feel good. The thing is, I don't know if I've got one of them. Try to see what sort it is. I'm pretty sure I don't have one of them cups. So we'll see if we can get away with that. And see what we've got in the bearing box. Bottom bracket. We've got an FSA, but I don't think an FSA is going to fit in there. I think that's no, that's considerably larger. I suspect the bearings are the same though. That's a shit bearing. Where's my bearings box? Wheels. Bearings. Let's have a look, see what we've got in the bearings box. Bottom brackets. I think that might be a good one. Right. I think they're both, them green ones are both my spare use ceramic ones. So let's just compare widths. Right, so they are the same width, it's just that this one's got some kind of weird rubber seal on the outside of it, which I'm not entirely sure we need. So all I've got to do is just see if we can press that one in. So we will do that now. Nope. Come on, you can do better than that. That's it. Perfect. You've got to get one. There is one that fits perfect. You see, you don't need to. You don't need to cheat. So I need that, and I need that. And this time that one goes through there, this one goes on the other side. And hopefully all is good in the world. We do a cheap save. Just want to make sure that's centered properly. That's centered properly. Right, nearly forgot, got to put that back in. That should give us a... Why is that not spinning? That's weird. That's interesting. Maybe we do have to go for a whole bottom bracket. We can't get away with this. Right, part 3. Some days later, after the parts ferry has been, we loaded the parts scanner. I gave up trying to replace the bearing in the bottom bracket. It just wasn't gonna. It just was not going to have it. Because they use a non-standard bearing and there's a lip in the cup and all those many reasons. So we'll just take that off. We'll just bang this back out again. So something like trying to stick a power meter on there. Put that in there. Just knock this out. Let's just do it from the other side. Oops, need that. Oh, I can see it. Oh. Bit stiff. I've been lifeguarding all day. Oh, that's it. That's the that's off the back of there. So for those of you who don't know, these have like a bearing surface that goes in the back of there. They do fall out, so you've got to be careful you don't lose them. Right. So that's going to come out now. That's it. Boom, off. Right, let's go and attack these cups and see if we can get them out. You use the cup extractor, which is this one. Nice. Right, so now what we've got to do is work out to get the other bit off. So we're going to try and push the cup out now, which means we need this on the other side of the lip. And there's not much of a lip to go out, and they generally don't come out. So the other side, I know it's already not playing ball, so we'll try and push this out. So there's a cup that the bearing sits in, and what we're going to do is put the pusher behind the lip of the cup. Now if I can't get this out, there's a couple other ways I can do it, but we'll give this a go. Usually what happens is it just ends up pushing through. I'm kind of hoping it will go through. No, it's just pushed through. That's the problem you get. It might have moved it a bit. I will try a bigger one. Maybe I can get a bigger one behind there. Or try and push that out from this side. Push the tube out itself. We could try that. The other thing is see if I can get the bit. There is another. I've got another size up of this to try and push out. Yeah, not that. That would be nice. Right, maybe I can get that one in. No. Try it again. We'll try pushing it out from this side. What I might do is flip that over. The only problem I've got with this is whether or not it'll reach. I don't know if that'll do. It might be that this isn't long enough to do it. No. Right, let's try it again from this side. Give it another go. So I'll try the same thing again, but I'll put the plate that it pushes on the other way around. See if we can get a better purchase, and I'll move it to a different spot. We'll just see how we go with that. What I'll also do as well is I'll put a bigger cup over that one, I think. No, that's not going to work. I think it's got to be that size. No, it's got to be this size. That's the one for the job. Nope, gone through again. We might have moved it a little bit. get the bearing out, if nothing else. I think that's the bearings just come out again. Yep. Right, let's see if I can get this one in. I don't think it's going to go in though. Nope. We've got the other side out. We've had to do it the unethical way, but they're just stuck in the cups. They won't come out. The puller, all it's doing is just knocking the rim off. The trouble is they're like a composite plastic, so they that should be a lot easier now that's out of the way. So I should be able to just get this on a lip and I'm very carefully putting the screwdriver against the back edge of it, just giving it a good clout. And what we should see is it's starting to come out. Yep, it's nearly out. I could probably pull that out now. No, we'll just get one more tap. One more will do it. There we go. It's pretty manky in there. Yeah, that's pretty horrid in there. It's important to make sure that these haven't got any debris in them at all. Right. And what I will also do is just give it a quick clean around there. So it'll be easier to do it now than when I've got the chain ring on. My hands aren't too bad at the moment. It's cleaned up nicely with that. Clean all the muck out from inside there. Right then. What toys have we got? So, brand new bottom bracket. It's a Shimano BB71 as opposed to the BB30s, which are the push fits that are designed for the bigger core things like the FSAs and things like that. This is a push fit that's designed specifically for the 24mm. So this is a direct replacement for what's already in there, and so it's a genuine Shimano part. So all we need to do is just push that in and push that in. Now it should say left and right on here, I believe. Or it'll say it on the if it's got a direction, it will say it on the center tube. Right, left and right. So left is on that side, right's on this side. And what you normally do is you would normally push one in, then push the other one in. So I've got to find a pusher that will sit on this. So we need the 24. Where's the 24? So that should sit in there and rest against that nicely. Right. Now there's two minds what you're supposed to do with this. Now my view is you're not supposed to put any grease on this, and you're supposed to just pull it in dry because it's carbon behind there, and what you don't want is anything that's going to help it move around. Please feel free to tell me if you think I'm wrong, but that's what I would go with. I'm just going to snug that over the top of there to help centre it. We're not trying to pull this side in, we're trying to pull that side in, the side that's on that side in first, but I'm using that to help centre it. So I'm just going to wang that in. I'm going to go round there to keep an eye on it. This is the side I'm bothered about, and I need to see exactly when it's wound in. That's it. Do not want to tighten these too tight because you will damage them. I know when the first time I did a push fit bearing, it was on one of mine, and I did actually go too far. So now what we can do is wind it out. Yeah, what I was saying is if you go too far, you start to drive the bearing through the back of that cup and it will damage it. Now for this one's got to be absolutely bang on level when it goes through, or that rubber seal that's on there has got to go into that cup on the other side. So you've got to make sure that this, when it's going in, is bang on level again. So it's just as important as getting this side in level. So the good thing about having these frame cup things is you know it's going in level. So once we get it wound in, and that starts to engage in that, and I wound that in, and the cup's on the other side, you should be pretty much where it needs to be. Just make sure everything's engaged properly. Again, if you feel like you're getting too much resistance, stop. In fact, let me just wind that back a bit because I've not got much of that in. So what you're listening for is to make sure that that inner thing isn't grinding into the back of that other one. I don't like the noise that one's making. There we go. That's it. So that squeaking and grinding noise, that's the plastic going through the carbon frame. I'm not going through it, it's on it. So the edge of the plastic has got like a rough surface on it, and it's designed so it doesn't move in the bottom bracket, because what you don't want is this cupping to move, because that's what's the problem with the Holsworth that I've got. You know, when I'm chasing the clunk all the time, that I've had a few videos on when I'm trying to hunt it down. I've pretty much established it is in the bottom bracket by a process of eliminating everything else it could possibly be. So right, I think that's good now. We'll just get rid of all these mucky paw prints I've just lavished all over it again, and we'll get the chainring on. So we've already swapped the discs out on the chainring. I did that off camera because that was one of the things that we wanted to. That was the reason we found the bottom bracket was toast. Was when I went to swap the chain rings over, I found it was moving. It's in the other video. Come on, catch. That's it. That's it. You don't really want to be whacking on them. You should be able to do it with your hand. Every now and again, you'll see me have to get the spanner on them, the mallet on it to push it in, but you shouldn't really have to. It's just when sometimes they get a bit crossly. You should have plenty of grease on your splines on the other side. So we will stick this on now and go and hunt out that piece that I said you've not got to lose. It's going to go in the right wheel. There is a lip. You know if you've got it wrong because the lip won't sit right. And that's it. All good. Right, let's stick the centre back in. If I can find where to put that. So usual thing, you've seen me do this countless times. They've got a really nice look to them, these dual race. None of the other group sets look like this. So remember these centerpieces when you're doing them up. Make sure that you are just doing them up hand tight. You're not getting the tools on the job or anything. That's not where you want to be with them. Right, let's just check that's all the way in where it needs to be. That's it, that's down. Oh, butter. That's better. That's how it should feel. Wasn't too expensive, 20 quid. So these the cost of these bottom brackets has been getting stupid. Some of the push fit 30s, PF 30s and BB 30s have been like 40, 50 quid, and it's ridiculous. You know, it used to be, you know, 10, 12 pound, because these are consumable, and you will use these up quickly and use your chains up. So, you know, it's ridiculous when they're charging you a fortune for them. But anyway, that's another one in the bargain bucket of recycle. And I've managed to cover my tool with green goop. So that's always good. Right, somewhere we have got a torque wrench, hopefully with a 5 on. And this wants to be 12 to 14 Newton meters. I could go get my Rupart tool out, but I can't be asked. That's it. So don't put too much on one bolt, because what you're doing is you're putting too much pressure on one bolt. The pressure should be evenly between the two of them. So that one's now caught up. That's it. And this one will probably need doing again. And this one again. This is the bit everybody forgets, that they play catch up with each other. Should be fairly close now. That's it. Boom! I think we've done it. Right, so all we've got left to do now is just stick some bar tape on this one. Just check all the gears are still good. That's about where we need to be. Boom! Right, bar tape. Just realised, I don't know if you knocked off then. I'm busily recording away, and I don't know if you actually recorded anything there. But anyway, we've got one side on. You get to see the other side now. Oh. Right, let's put that in my pocket. Put that over there. Put this on here, and then it promptly falls straight off onto the floor and gets covered in sticky tape and stuff and muck, and there we go. Don't move. Don't. No. Don't make me put some tape around you. Just stay there. Just don't move. Right, so we're going to make sure it's pointing in, so right, that's how we do it. Try to have a bit more sticking out on this one. It's a bit tight on the other one. Not like we needed it at the end or anything. So I think I discovered last time that's the best way to do it, is to do a full rotation around there, and then because it's not going to hurt if you've got a lumpy bit at the end. It just tells you you're coming to the end of your bar. Then that's the way I look at it anyway. I'm getting into my swing of things now. Oh, we're just not going to knock that off, and you can guarantee that it will fall shitty side down. Fortunately, it didn't pick up any crap. It looks really good. Why can't we just go in a straight line? Because it looks really good when you do the first bit. So as soon as you start going around bends, it all goes wrong. I'm on time lapse here, so you can't even hear a word I'm saying. That's it. Actually, I think we're going to end up going a bit close on that one. We need to go a bit. That's better. That's much better. Start folding back on itself. Hold that. And right. Sticky tape. Oh. Boom. Right, what did we learn? How to change your cables. Didn't stay like that for long. So I think episode 2 was ended up being how to change your cables. Episode 1 was how to take your cables off and then suddenly discover you've got a massive issue with your forks. Yeah, still a few grubby paw prints off. I ought to clear off that. She's all right now, isn't she? As the owner started calling it, Trigger's broom. So just to recap, it was supposed to be in here for swapping out the brake cables and the gear cables. The brake cable had gone on the other side. This is all the outer housing, not the inners. And the outer housing had snapped there on the brake cable, and it completely compressed up on the front mech cable. The front mech wasn't even adjusted correctly. I think they'd manually adjusted it up when the brakes had failed. That's the only thing I could guess. On doing an M check, I discovered that we'd got a few issues. The steering wasn't steering. It was very graunchy, and on inspection it turned out it was completely collapsed bearing. And then when we swapped the chain rings over, we discovered the bottom bracket had seized on the non-drive side, which is the normal side for bottom brackets to fail on. It's always the non-drive side. It's very rarely the drive side, because the forces are acting more evenly on that side because of the chain. They're more unevenly on the other side, and it's more exposed as well. The chainring itself offers some set of protection. If, as I suspect, this bike's been pressure washed a couple of times, which is the only reason I can explain that headset bearing would go like that. I found a bit more of the backstory on it. Apparently he was doing like a couple of 600 miles a week on it as part of his training, and I reckon through winter. I still think it's pressure washer in it, so it is what it is. So new bottom bracket, new headset, cables changed throughout, brakes readjusted and realigned, and some new bar tape. Look at that. It's rather spiffy, isn't it? Some nice orange bar tape. Oh, I don't like the look of that. I've just spotted that. I'll have to go back and redo that one. Ooh, that's horrid. Right, anyway.